So it's a little bit smokier than I was hoping. Campsite was right over there. I was up at 6, ready at 7. Doing a few more miles yesterday set me up really good for today. In the next 18 miles, I'm going to drop down like 5,500 foot. So it's not going to be all downhill today. I will have to climb up 1,000 foot, but mostly going to be downhill. My original plan was to get to town this morning, and then turned out I wasn't recovered as well as I thought I was, and spent half of a day laying in my tent. So then I was thinking I'd make it there tomorrow, and then my mileage went back up, and I'm now thinking I can make it there tonight. Food bag has a couple packets of potatoes left in it. Even my water bottles are empty because after I ate my beans and rice last night, I was still hungry. So then I made a packet of potatoes, and yeah, doing pretty good. I'm sure there was something else that I meant to mention, but it's hard to keep all that stuff straight in your head. Oh, so yeah, I thought it was going to be a 20-mile day. And then doing a couple more miles, go down 16 miles, and then there's a 2-mile side trail that leads to the Costello store. It takes you you're heading east, and then it takes you back west, then it takes you east, and then back west. And on the map, looks like there might be a side trail that cuts out some of that, but I'm not so sure about that one. Because it also looks like that could be way steep, and even going downhill doesn't sound fun. I remember the other thing, the extra days on trail and the trying to edit videos every night. My battery bank is completely drained. My phone's at 85%, so I'll be fine for today. That kind of gives me an idea how long. If I expect to be out more than like 5 days, maybe I should just wait to edit videos whenever I'm in town. But having several videos edited will shorten the amount of time of stuff I need to do. I didn't edit yesterday's video because the idea was that if I can get to town, save that time, use that time to hike, well then I can edit that video while I'm laying in a hotel bed, drinking Diet Coke and eating a fried chicken. Coming from up there, and my lens is pretty clear. It is just smoky out there. And then the sun doesn't help. There's the crags. And I can even barely make out anything more than a silhouette. The phone won't even focus. And there's Shasta. I'm going that way, and you ought to be able to see this. There's the trail. Leading all the way around over there. And the elevation profile promises me that's downhill. Doesn't look like it's downhill to me, but I'll see whenever I get there. Coming from that way. And there's Shasta. It's 9:15, and here's some water. And it looks like instead of coming down there, it's just running down the hill, and it's a big, nasty, muddy mess. But I'm thirsty, so unless I look and see that there's more water real close, I'm going to go up and get me some. Coming from there, I've gotten closer, so let's try this again, see if you can see any of that. Not really, huh? Alright, going that way. So I haven't started the steep downhill yet. but a lot of the trail's been really brushy. There. Now I'm closer and the sun's higher in the sky. I think you can see a little detail now. Coming from up there, now I get to walk on some rock. Sometimes the rock is white, sometimes it's brown. It's never soft. I got a view, heading that way, and glad I got a good shot from farther up. Can't see much from down here. So this is the steeper part of the downhill. Going down for the next 4 miles, I'm going to drop about 600 foot per mile. And I am glad to be going down instead of up. Well, I don't know if you can see any of that. Looks great from here. I'm coming down from that way and going that way. So to tell you the truth, I just kind of zoned out and been cruising. This creek has a pool that people like to soak in, and that just sounds nasty. I've got half a bottle of water, and it's 2 miles to a spring on trail. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I've been going back and forth down those rocks, and I've gotten back into the trees, and there are gnats everywhere. And I don't like them. That's also the disappearing creek. And it looks like it must have really been flowing at one point, but it is dry now. Now I'm going that way. Had a little half mile of up. And here is the view. Got up out of the trees, means no shade. But I also lost those buffalo, or whatever, gnats. Coming down from there. And my feet are getting sore, tired of walking on rocks. And I'm starting to think that this mountain is made out of rocks. Going that way. So this is Bertarse or Burst Arse Creek. And it looks better than I expected. So I'm going to get some water here just in case the spring, they say it has pretty low flow. And it's 11:30 and I'm getting close to done. This is Popcorn Creek. And they said it had low flow, but this looks all right to me. So I'm going to get enough water to get me to town. I'll be hiking down along Castle Creek, but it is down next to like a road and people and stuff, so it might be nasty. 12:35, I've done 12 miles. PCT goes that way, and this dog trail goes that way. It's going to go back, or switch back, and come down to Castle Creek, then to Costello. PCT has a lot of up and down, and it overshoots Costello, and then I have to take like the Bob Hat Trail or Kettle Belly Trail back to Costello. So I'm going to go this way, because I'm ready to get to that general store, get a sandwich and a Diet Coke, see about getting to town, getting a shower, getting a fried chicken. Coming from up there, and it's getting hot. My thermometer says it's close to 100 degrees. And it's rocky, but I'm going downhill. Where the trail came down. And, yeah, kind of trashy. People have been doing a lot of shooting down here. Anyway, wouldn't have seen that on the trail. I came from that way. I was really hoping this was going to be a dirt road. About 1.5 miles into the 3.5 mile road walk. Going that way, and this is kind of what it's looked like. I did catch a glimpse of Castle Creek just a little while ago, and it wasn't that impressive. So it's 1:15. Ought to be getting there before too long. I've seen a couple of places where people have made little walls with rocks to make big pools, and one of them I walked by, there's a family out there, and one of them was floating in the pool on a an inflatable. So took that trail to the campground, and they had a spot for PCT hikers, and that's where I restarted heading north in 2017 after hiking the Oregon Coast Trail with some folks. And this little post office, tiny little post office and general store where I think I can get a sandwich and a Diet Coke. So I'm back in the Motel 6 in Wairika. Probably had 3 hours left waiting for the bus. Tried to hitch, and it took a little while because where I was hitching you could go either north or south. Had a sign made. Really nice young man traveling home in Oregon for work saw me, and I asked him why he picked me up, and basically I think he's just the type of guy that likes to help out. So Josh, if you see this, thank you again. You really made a big difference in my day. And I'm going to end the video here because nobody cares about my town stuff. I'm going to shower, I'm going to eat chicken, and I'll start the next video with me getting to Syed Valley.